we're going to talk now a little bit about what you were not taught in school. Myself, probably much like most of you, were taught, go to school, get a good education, go in debt a ton, right? Start the workforce, okay? Let's get a home and let's get a mortgage and let's buy our biggest asset. Even though your home isn't an asset, unfortunately, banks may tell you it is, but it's not. It's a liability, okay? But we're going to count on that asset to make us money. And then at some fictitious time in our life, we're going to be able to retire, the R word, and then let the government take care of us. Yes? Who's taught that? Okay, I think probably most of us were, okay? Do we even know if Social Security will be around when we're ready to retire? I don't know. Can we bank on that? I'm not. Let's see how that school of thought is working out for us as a whole. 76%, yes, 76% of us are living paycheck to paycheck. Alarming? Not really, because we're not taught to talk about money. Money is evil, okay? That's why most of the American population is financially illiterate. It's horrible, but it's the world we live in. Okay? A lot of it is based on the school systems are still set up today that they were back in the early 1900s by John D. Rockefeller. Okay? He trained people to become employees. Okay? And we as a nation need taxation from employees to make our world turn. They don't teach entrepreneurship. Because entrepreneurs, the tax code, the United States tax code is about that thick, the book. That much is written for us, the entrepreneurs. We have loopholes. We have tax shelters. We tell the government how much we want to pay in taxes. Employees don't have that opportunity. Let's look at the failure rate. 8 out of 10 new businesses fail in what? 18 months. It's a real deal. What's the American dream? Get out, start a new business, let's kill it. Why are these failing at such a high rate? Why? Okay? Let's look at some statistics here. A lot of us are in that, where's my little pointer here? Services business. After 4 years, 55% are still operating. Half vanish. Interesting statistic. After companies that were Fortune 500 companies, after year 2000, only 50% are still operating. Fortune 500 companies, massive conglomerates. What is happening? There's 2 different reasons why. Number 1, there's lack of innovation, and also these companies are settling for mediocrity. The 2 biggest killers of business, all businesses, large or small. All of these companies started somewhere, whether it was in a garage, small business, whatever that may be. But then, why do some companies then catapult into a very high level of momentum and others don't? Does anyone, I learned to type on this bad boy, okay? Does anyone, right, okay? And I just had to throw this next slide in. Now, I don't know if many people here know what this is, but I tell you what, this is stuff, the graphics, they're sweet graphics, you have to admit. This is the stuff that I learned on back in the long time ago, the early 80s. Look at where Apple's at today. They're a leader in innovation, okay? Check out this iPhone. This is a prototype iPhone. That's pretty awesome. I'm gonna get that when it comes out, if it ever does. Okay? They set the stage. And look at the history of Apple. Remember back in the day, it was Apple. Microsoft was no such thing. And then Microsoft came on the board, Apple dropped off, Apple's gone. Apple who? Steve Jobs kicks in, boom, Apple's the top now, right? Leaders in innovation. Disneyland fans, Disney World fans, right? Scott, very nice. Disneyland or Disney World? Okay. So look at the innovation, 1950s today, all right? Let's break the experience of going to Disneyland or Disney World down. Family of 4, you have your plane tickets, you have mass hotel fee, you've got travel expenses, $4 or $5 grand. Let's say you have a family of 4, you go to Disneyland. You walk through the Magic Kingdom gates, and there's people and chaos everywhere. And you wait, and you wait, and you wait for rides to get in line to get on the ride. And you're, this is ridiculous. But the kids are happy. Mickey and Minnie, yay. Now we're hungry, it's lunchtime. Well, let's drop a couple $100 for that. Burger and fries, Coke, right? So your pocket, your pants just start to ease their way out. And you still go on rides, ride a couple rides here and there. Now it's time to go. It's 5 o'clock. Well, we gotta have memorabilia. We gotta have the Mickey Mouse ears and all that crap, right? The kids are gonna wear it 3 times and throw it in the trash. There's another couple $100. So you can't wait to get out. I wanna go. Kids, wife, let's go. Time to go. You walk out of the gates and you're standing in the parking lot and you can't wait to come back. Why? Because the reaction, priceless. Walt Disney was a genius. He was a magician. Okay? Sheep. Right here, there is no fence. Right here, there is no fence. Why do all these sheep feel as though they have to funnel through this little gate? Okay? It's the trap of thinking and non-innovation. Apple doesn't play by this rule. If this was Steve Jobs, he'd be like, oh, hell no, I'm going to come out right here, boop, and he'd start walking down. He's an innovator. So which path do you take? We have 2 options in life. We have the sunshine and rainbows, and we have the shitstorm. Okay? Who takes the sunshine and rainbows? It's easy. Who doesn't want to go for a nice walk in the park? Okay? Who takes the shitstorm? Okay? Always, always, always take the disaster weather. The hailstorm, the tornado, the hurricane, etc. Why? There's less competition. Everyone takes the easy path, sunshine and rainbows. Few have what it takes to endure all the weather and trials and tribulations of the bad weather. Okay? Very important topic I want to talk about now. The different business complexities. Okay? We have 3 different types. As any person in any industry, you have an expert, you have an authority, and you have the specialist. Okay? How many people here know of extremely intelligent people, borderline genius, and they're broke? Why? Why are they broke? They know it all. They have so much to offer. Why are these people not capitalizing on their knowledge? Okay? I'll tell you, the well-positioned expert becomes the authority. Those geniuses are not positioning themselves the way they should to become the expert. Okay? Does anyone know who this gentleman is? Grant Cardone. Okay? I'm a huge fan of this guy. And he claims to be the foremost sales expert. He has a real estate portfolio, self-made, of $350 million. Foremost expert in sales. How does he do it? There's a lot of experts in sales. You can go on Google, you can go on YouTube, and there are plenty of experts in sales or real estate. Why is Grant Cardone the first and foremost? And the reason is because he positions himself to become the authority. Okay? So Forbes named him number 1 of the 25 marketing influencers to watch in 2017. Top 10 Snapchat business gurus. Top 10 most influential CEOs. List goes on and on. Number 1 small business influencer. Inc. magazine top 5 entrepreneurs to follow. Best-selling author of 7 books. And TV, radio personality. Okay? Best-selling author of 7 books. Why do you think he writes books? To give him the credibility to be right here. The only difference between you and I is 6 feet and a book. Right? When you have written a book, it makes you the immediate what? Authority on a certain topic. Okay? You become the expert and authority because you've positioned yourself to become it. Does that make sense? Okay? Those that know a little about a lot are not as worth as much as those that know a lot about a little. Extremely important concept. I want to drive home here. Okay? So in my space, doctors, you have the general practitioner and the orthopedic surgeon. Okay? Both went to medical school, same degree, nothing's changed. Okay? The general practitioner knows a little about a lot of things. Tummy ache, earache, sore throat, whatever. Go see your primary care doctor, yes? The orthopedic surgeon knows a lot about a little. Spine surgeon, I do spines. All I do is spines. I do spines every day, all day for 30 years, period. General practitioner makes this much, orthopedic surgeon makes this much. Same degree. Specialist, generalist. You with me? So in your own sector, your own businesses, personal training, real estate, hair, don't care, you have to position yourself as a specialist in your market. There's no such thing, it's too competitive today to be a generalist. Oh, I do it all. No, you don't. Because if you do it all, it's called a hobby. You're not making money from it. Okay? You have got to be I am the best at that. Don't care what that is. Okay? General Motors. We all know who General Motors is. 7 global brands. It's a lot of brands. 4 US brands. Buick, Cadillac, Chevy, GMC. Hundreds, literally hundreds of options to choose from. And they've struggled for years to become profitable. Let's break it down. Any pickup folks? Pickup truck? 3 pickups. Colorado, Silverado, and Silverado HD. Okay? Let's take a look at just the Silverado. You can get it in the high country. You can get it in the LTZ Z71. You can get it in the LTZ. How about the LT Z71? No, maybe you want the LT. Well, maybe I want the custom. Well, maybe you want the LS. Well, can't forget about the work truck too, right? Now let's couple all of that with different engine options, right? Got the 4.3, we've got the 5.3, and of course, the beast, the 6.2, right? Couple that with all of the color combinations that you could possibly want. So when you walk into a GM dealer and the salesman says, what are you looking for? Oh, I'm interested in buying a truck. By the time they give you all of these different options, you cannot help but suffer from analysis paralysis. It's like, whatever you think I should have, I don't know. I can't make a decision. There's too many options, right? Porsche. 5 cars, 4 models per car, 3 engines, 1 brand, the most profitable car manufacturer in the world. You see a difference, okay? Specialist, generalist. You cannot cater to everyone. GMC tries to cater to everyone. We've got a car to fit any need. Do you? Let's look at your books, see how well people think that, right? The authority who specializes dominates. Don't forget that, write that down. The next reason is lack of mojo, momentum. Super, super important. Any new business owners in the audience? Okay, or newer, okay. It's freaking hard. I mean, how hard is it to establish momentum? You have a service or a product that you want to just kill it. How do you get it out there? How do you gain market share? How do you get people to want to buy from you, right? Okay, because life changes too fast. Years ago, in the electronics market, TVs, when I was a kid, a color TV didn't really change much in a 10-year span. Yeah, you had a remote control, a few new buttons on your remote control, but the picture's pretty much the same, nothing really changed. Today, you go to Best Buy, and you buy a TV, it's already outdated when you buy it. Life moves too fast, okay? So, getting momentum in your business is extremely difficult. An airliner uses up to 50% of its fuel in the first 30 minutes of flight. Most of that energy is used just in the takeoff. Very difficult to get businesses going. Okay? I'm going to talk about a few of the principles, my momentum algorithm in my second book. This is Creating Sustaining Unstoppable Business Momentum. For you business owners that have been out for a couple years, doing business, but really I'm kind of stuck. I can't get there, okay? So I developed a very simple algorithm, and we're gonna go over that now. So if you take x squared, we all know what x squared is, right? So then this is actually, so Big Bang Theory, right? Sheldon Cooper, this would be a Sheldon Cooper problem, right? Seriously, momentum, very simple algorithm. Focus times delegation times reliability all over a sustained period of time. Right? Let's look at focus first. Any people in the audience that are archers or hunters maybe? Anyone? Okay. Right. Bow, gun, what do you? Right. If there's a target at the back of the room, and let's say I'm shooting a bow and arrow, and I know that I have to let that arrow go and holding it right here to hit the bullseye. What if I'm off 1 degree? Do you see it? 1 degree. When I let that arrow go. Where does that arrow hit at the back of the room? Does it hit the bullseye? I don't know. Does it hit a foot below? I don't know. Does it hit the target? I don't know. It's sure as hell not going to hit the bullseye though. Because I'm off. Small, insignificant change here makes up for a massive change at your final destination. Okay, so laser focus is absolutely imperative to keep your eye on the prize and achieve your end goal, your dreams. Okay? So 2 reasons why people don't hit their target. Number 1, you've lost sight of your vision, and there are extraneous hurdles in the way. If I'm shooting an arrow outside, maybe there's wind, maybe there's tree branches, it doesn't matter, problems are going to arise. And in our discussion, it's called life. Life happens. Life's never, we don't live in a bubble. We don't live in a vacuum where everything's perfect, right? Life happens. So you lose sight of your vision. How many people here for their business have a mission and or a vision statement? Okay? If you don't, I highly suggest you do. Okay? Not that they're meant to be etched in stone or something, but have something down. Your mission statement is what's wrong with the world and how are you going to fix it? What's your company or business or method, whatever you're going to do to fix what's wrong with the world? And your vision, once you fix it, what does the world look like? After you've brought your genius into it. Okay? So very, very important. Work on those. Back in 2012, I became a pilot. And any pilots in the room? So when you learn to become a pilot, it's literally a disaster. It's a disaster. Because you're trying to fly an aircraft, you're watching all of your gauges, altitude and airspeed and everything. You're looking for traffic and the other aircraft. And remember back in the old days when you'd go on a family road trip and you had those maps and you'd unfold them like this big accordion and it was like this big massive piece of paper, right? So this map right here would be in the form of a big piece of paper while you're flying your plane. You're trying to get to your end destination. As you can see, it would be quite hard. So I get my private pilot's license and I said, well, I'm going to fly to the thriving metropolis of Casper, Wyoming. Why would you not fly to Casper, Wyoming, right? Any people from Casper here? So I file my flight plan and ready to go, everything's set, I take off. I get over about Fort Collins-ish. A lot of westerly winds coming out of the west. Marks. I get about 10 miles from Casper Airport. Well, I get on the radio. Casper traffic, Skyhawk 1312 uniform. 10 miles southeast inbound, full stop, runway 26, Casper traffic. Nothing. And typically at busier airport, you're gonna have some radios, going on, different pilots. Get 5 miles. Casper traffic, Skyhawk 1312 uniform. 5 miles southeast, inbound, runway 26, Casper traffic. Nothing. I'm starting to freak out. I'm like, am I the only person landing at Casper Airport today? I get on my final approach and the runway is not configured the way I thought it was when I was doing all my flight plan. So, number one rule of flying, always fly the plane, right? So, a little agitated, I see the runway, not configured the aircraft yet, so I'm trying to configure the aircraft, drop some flaps, drop some airspeed, etc. Anyway, I land the aircraft, and I land, I'm like, oh my God, taxi to parking, get out, gonna go in, grab a drink of water, go to the bathroom. I walk up and I'm like, welcome to Douglas, Wyoming. Of course, that's what I plan on doing. So, this is where I went. 50 miles to the east. Because I lost sight of my focus. I wasn't focusing. I had too many extraneous variables going on in the aircraft to get me there, got there safely, fortunately, but to get there to where the target where I was going. I lost my focus. We've all heard this. Focus, follow one course until successful. I like it, but I don't. You can be successful. You may have success in a given day, week, month, quarter, year. Yay, sales are up. Got more training clients. I'm killing it. Yay, looks good. How about sustainable? Can you sustain that success and momentum? That's the hard part, right? That's what we struggle with most. How do I avoid this nightmare? And we all go through this. Where some companies just for whatever reason, they just keep going and going and going and climbing. A lot of it comes down to our distractors in life. Okay? Personal trainers, what's dopamine? Right? Dopamine's a feel-good hormone. Okay? So we are trained as a society that, your cell phone. Ding! Well, I better check to see who that was. Oh, okay. Well, I'm already off of my focus for whatever I was doing. Phone rings. Oh, I better check to see who that is. Oh, I haven't checked Facebook in 6 minutes. I should check to see if someone's liking my photo. Well, I better do that. Oh, I got 8 likes. Yes. Right? So we have distractors in our life that we can't help. It's just the world we live in, but they throw us off of our target. When I sit down to do business, everything is turned off. Cell phone is in a drawer, off, no email alerts, nothing. Just myself and the computer, whatever I'm doing, okay? So you are what you focus on. If you focus on, I don't have any money, guess what? You won't. If you focus on, oh, it's a bad recession and the world sucks, you won't. Remember the hotel story? Tough. If you focus on, I'm really upset because I'm a hairstylist and 3 blocks, can you believe this woman? 3 blocks opened up a hair salon. Oh, she's taking my business from me. Or are you just upset because it's affecting you? This is a heart thing, right? You've got to come to that conclusion. Why is it affecting you? You have to quit, you have to eliminate your excuses, okay? There's going to be extraneous variables. Life happens. You get up in the morning, I'm going to kill it, yeah, and then, oh, well, da-da-da-da happens. And then, oh, I'll put it off till tomorrow, okay? Some days not a day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are. You have to have an identifiable day that you're going to capitalize on whatever you're going to capitalize on. Or else, guess what? It will never happen. Okay, back to momentum. Delegation. Does this resonate with anyone here? No one can do it better than me. People are shaking their heads. That's just the way I've always done it. Who has time to train someone? I just don't trust anyone else to do as good a job I can. I'm the only one that feels that way? Because you're busy. You're busy running your business. Right? You're busy running it into the ground. That's what you're busy doing. While other people, while Apple understands that it has limitations. They only know a certain amount of things to advance a product or bring a new product to market. And so guess what? They outsource, they delegate to become the superpower. Okay? Those that wear all the hats, and I've been there, trust me, I've been there. When I first started practicing, I was wearing the marketing hat, the PR hat, the HR hat, the janitor hat, the doctor hat. I was wearing them all. Thought I was doing good until looked at my balance sheets, my profit and loss. Numbers don't lie. And I was losing market share to other competition because only I could do it, or myself, the best. I wasn't reaching. I wasn't Kim Kardashian. Okay? And I started to suffer. I told you the story about the lawnmower and the lessons that I learned. This was another lesson that I learned by my father. I was about 12 and I lived on a small farm/ranch in northern Colorado. And he said, boys, come on out to the back of the ranch. I'm like, fine. So he said, we need to dig some fence post holes. And when I say dig fence post holes, I mean dig fence post holes, right? I'm not talking about back up the tractor with an auger and start, no. Legit dig fence post hole. And he said, okay, boys. He said to my brother, I want you two to bid on this job. Bid? What, Dad, what, are you okay? What do you mean bid? Well, how much would you charge me to dig the fence post holes? My brother was like, $150, I don't know. He said, okay. He said, Brad? He said, now mind you, lowest bid wins. Oh, 140. Now brother, 130. I got it for 100, okay? He said, okay, it's gonna be hot. It's like a Wednesday, it's July. It's gonna be hot. Get going on a Saturday morning. It's gonna take you all day, get out here early. Fine, no problem. Remember the events that escalated very vividly that day, that Saturday morning. I was sitting there in my pajamas, and I had some orange juice, and I was watching Tom and Jerry. And my dad came out of the back room, he's like, morning, son. Morning, Dad. He's like, hey, I thought we talked about, getting started on the fence post early. Yeah, got it covered. Looks like you got Tom and Jerry covered. What about the fence post? Dad, go look outside. So I had hired 3 neighbor kids to come down. I paid them each $20. So I was out $60. I put $40 in my pocket to watch Tom and Jerry. I was like, Dad, genius, right? And he said, and he started to tear up a little bit, and he said, son, if you can learn how to leverage and delegate your time, you will be rich beyond belief. If you can learn how to delegate and leverage your time, you will be rich beyond belief. Again, pivotal shift in how I thought about how I wanted to work and live my life. Okay? So delegation is key. It's absolutely imperative to grow. Okay? Reliability, trustworthiness, loyalty, and willingness to lend a hand. That's what constitutes reliability of a business. Let's talk about trustworthiness. Does anyone know who these 2 companies are? You all laugh. Yes, of course you do. Because without them, we probably would die. Okay? But why do we know about them? Why are they so popular? Because of their reliability. I don't care if you're in Los Angeles or Helsinki. There will be a Starbucks. And I promise you, a tall, non-fat, no-wet mocha will taste identical. It's reliable. It's a reliable product, right? And I can guarantee you, a McDonald's Big Mac. No, I'm more of a double quarter pounder with cheese guy. So a double quarter pounder with cheese will taste identical in Los Angeles or Beijing, China. It tastes the same because it's reliable. In your businesses, is what you're putting out, product or service, is it reliable? Can your customer count on you day in, day out to deliver that same level of enthusiasm or that same product or quality of service or whatever you're selling? And if not, you have some homework to do. There's a lot of competition. Okay? As my good friend Gary Vaynerchuk says, you gotta be working hard enough to where you want to put yourself out of business. Because if not, someone else is. They're gonna. Okay? Create lasting reliability and you watch your customer market your business for you. You'll see some of these businesses, I don't mean to keep picking on Apple, but do they market? No, they don't have to. Because people believe in their why. Dr. Bruce talked about that. Leading with your why. People don't buy your what or how, they buy why you're doing it. Okay? On to time. All of these over a sustained period of time. Okay? Some businesses come in like a lion and go out like a lamb, while others come in like a lamb, grow big fangs, and change into a lion over a period of time. Those, my friends, are the businesses that are Fortune 500 company businesses that are still in business today. We all know shitty products that are marketed well and they do well, but only for a short period of time. Those businesses that can endure all of the hurdles and roadblocks in life Those ones that scale, those are Apple. Okay? Because they can do it over a long period of time. They set the groundwork, the framework. Okay? I want to go over my momentum graph. This is in my book, the second book that I wrote. So, success over time. All businesses start. And for some odd reason, they do well for the first X year, whatever that may be. Why? Because your heart's in it. This happens when you start a new business. Dopamine. I feel good. I want to help people. I want to do my thing. And at some point in time, a year-ish, you have to level out. That yellow line or gold or whatever it is, that is what we call the status quo line. It's riding the status quo. Unfortunately, I'm here to tell you there's no such thing as a status quo line. In business, we've all heard this, you are either growing or you are dying. There's no status quo. Okay? So essentially, what you're doing is starting to die. That's the reality, is the dotted line. Now, on that dotted line, you're going to have that wave, good times, bad times. New Year's resolution, yay, we're going to kill it. You start putting more time and energy into your business. What happens? It grows. Oh gosh, my kids are sick and I can't put much time. Takes a dip. Having marital problems takes a dip, whatever. I'm excited, I'm on a health kick. Okay? Life. This wave. Okay? Anyone know what that little angle is? The name of that angle is? That angle is, I'm going bankrupt at a slow rate, so I better get my ass in gear. Okay? That's what that little bad boy right there is. Okay? All while you watch another company ride that pony straight up into the sky, right? Do they have a secret sauce? No. They know how to create unstoppable, lasting momentum. What is your time worth? At least 50%, at least 50% of your time should be spent on income-producing tasks. People say that it's not all about money. It is. If you don't have money, you have what we call a hobby. Okay? You don't have a business, it's called a hobby. You have to have cash flow. Cash flow is the lifeblood of your business. You don't have cash flow, you don't have business. Building your team, 40%. Your mentors, your staff, your employees, your colleagues, your connections. Reach. Be Kim Kardashian. You watch how your business grows. Okay? Don't 8th grade it. What was it? 8th grade social dance, right? Or the alligator arms. Don't be that guy. 10% of yourself. Like today, you're here getting business education. Kudos to you. You could be watching football or whatever, right? But no, you're here trying to learn. So I applaud you, each and every one of you, for taking time out of your day to do that. And then finally, administrative duties. Signing checks. Know your worth. You're not going to hire a brain surgeon to paint your house. You're not going to hire a brain surgeon to paint your house. Does that resonate with anyone? How about this? Don't trip over $100 to save 10. One of my coaching clients is a hairstylist. And on a Saturday is when she cleans her home. And she's going to spend 4 hours mopping and scrubbing and dusting, etc. Clean house. And I asked her, I said, well, during that 4-hour period of time, how many hair clients could you have? Well, I could typically probably fit in like a couple, maybe 2, maybe 3, depending on what they wanted. I said, what do you charge for a cut and color? About $150. How much would it cost to hire a cleaning crew to come clean your house? $50. Are you with me? This person is devaluing their time to spend on busyness. Find a difference. A lot of people get confused with the term business and busyness. Totally different terms. Okay? How many times do you wake up and I was busy today, I was killing it. What'd you get done? I don't know, I was busy though. Yeah? True. Is it too late to start? Nope. I'm right here in the middle. Look at our boy Ray Kroc, McDonald's, 52, Colonel Sanders, 65. Okay? It's never too late to start. And that's why I have created Bradley Allen. This is my dream. I've been dreaming about this for a long time. Probably 10 years ago when I first started thinking about Bradley Allen. And while it's a passion of mine, fashion's a passion of mine, also business of course, it's about creating multiple streams of income. Does anyone here have multiple streams of income coming in? Okay? All right, let's take it another step further. Who has multiple streams of income that's 100% passive income? That's the ticket to wealth. When you can wake up in the morning, walk down to your mailbox, be like, oh yeah, checks, mailbox money. You didn't do anything to make it, it just arrived in your mailbox. That is the true definition of building massive wealth. Okay? So Bradley Allen recently got featured in Men's Health magazine. Anyone ever heard of Bradley Allen? A couple of our fit models here, like this gentleman here, 270 pounds, Hulk, right? He's one of our fit models. So Bradley Allen is a dress apparel line designed to fit the unfittable. So many of these guys, a lot of fitness competitors in this room, or just athletes, they have a certain image when they don't have any clothes on, they're at the beach or up on stage. That same image is not carried over when they want to go on a black tie event or a date or a wedding or something like that. And that's where Bradley Allen comes in. Bradley Allen has very, very quickly escalated from a national brand to a global brand. We've had sales in numerous countries around the globe. And it's been very gratifying seeing the look on these people's faces when they put on a shirt. This is a Bradley Allen shirt right here. And they're like, oh my God, wow. Because most of these guys, a new dress shirt to them is a new Under Armour shirt. Because they can't fit anything. I know, I've had a lot of inquiries about that. So, I'm looking for devoted people that want to create another stream of passive income. Looking for affiliates. So looking for people that believe in the Bradley Allen brand and they want to go out and sell shirts and make money from it as a side gig. Okay? That is how you start to develop, as everyone in your sector, correct me if I'm wrong, you have good times, bad times, good months, bad months, good quarters, bad quarters. What fills in those troughs? You're going to have something to even out those lulls. We all have lulls. Like right now, I'm a personal injury doctor. I treat spinal pathology from motor vehicle accidents. Even though I hate, and let me explain about that. I hate cold weather, and I hate the slick roads. I can't wait for the slick roads because that's my bread and butter. Everyone running into each other. I know. But that's my lull. I've been in a lull now. Let's ramp up, right? I want to talk very briefly about my third book. It's called The New Intrapreneur. I think this is going to be my best book. I'm super excited about it. It's based on two different kind of philosophies or principles. Number one, business leaders go into business for one of three reasons: more money, freedom, or autonomy. But what typically happens after the first couple of years is that you end up marrying your job. Yes? You put so much blood, sweat, and tears into it. Okay? And those dreams and aspirations of working from afar in Cancun on my laptop no longer hold true because you're working in your business and not on your business. You couple that business mentality with our current management structure. Over the last 20 years, how has it been? Micromanagement. I have my thumb on you. I'm going to watch over you like a hawk. No autonomy. You do what I say. Here's your timeline. Da 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 da. Those management processes no longer hold true anymore. why Google's so successful. They have a team of intrapreneurs. What is an intrapreneur? Intrapreneur is an entrepreneurialistic thinker that's an employee within your organization. Okay? Steve Jobs glorified the term back in the early 80s when he worked for Apple and he created the Mac. But the term has been something underneath the rug for so long, I'm bringing it back. Okay? So that is the new book that I have coming out. So super excited about that. I'm going to offer you guys something today that I don't normally do. Is some business coaching. I typically reserve my business coaching for large corporations. I go and talk to them about profitability. But I'm going to open up to shift some attendees one day only today. I'm a super busy man. I don't have time. I want 5 people. I'm only looking for 5. And the people that I want are people that are literally fed up and want to control, alt, delete their business because it's not working. If you're doing well, I think you're pretty successful, you're not my person. And that's okay. There's coaches that will coach you on that, and that's fantastic. I'm not your guy. I'm looking for people that are hungry, willing to put in the work. And I tell you what, my coaching program, you're going to sweat. There'll be a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Typically, maybe, what I'm going to offer is one of my books and 3 one-hour coaching sessions to create your plan of attack. Create your business plan, the fundamentals of how your business should and will operate, okay? I typically charge a little over $1,000 for that, okay? Today only, $250, okay? I only want 5 people. Again, I want people that are tired of eking their way through life. And they're willing to put forth the effort and time and the blood, sweat, and tears. And those people that do that, I promise you, will have extraordinary results. Thank you.